Welcome everybody to the Keeping Score podcast presented by Corwin Motors. It was a rough week in basketball for Glacier boys and girls basketball teams, but Flathead girls did pick up a major win. Glacier girls also continued their hot streak in swimming. Big Fork girls basketball continues to roll, and the Braves wrestling team continues to pin down the competition. So without further ado, let's get into this week's highlights that you might have missed. In wrestling, it was senior night at Flathead Gym on Thursday with both the boys and girls picking up wins. The boys handled the Butte Bulldogs 53-23, while the Bravettes ruled 66-18. On Saturday, the Braves had 10 placers, led by Kellen Downing's title at 118 pounds and Hunter Arriaga's at 132. The Brawlers scored 233 points to 196.5 from Meade High School out of Spokane to win the Jug Beck Rocky Mountain Classic. Also on Saturday, Bella Downing and Alicia Cook won individual crowns, and the Flathead Bravettes ruled the Missoula Hellgate Mixer girls wrestling tournament, winning the team title by 24 points on Saturday. Downing won the 115-pound title, and Cook was the champion at 140 pounds. And Flathead placed a total of 11 wrestlers in the top 6 while piling up 193.5 points at the two-day meet. So congratulations to both Flathead teams on an amazing week of wrestling. Glacier didn't have the same luck with Butte as they lost their duels matchup 42-41, but did have wins by 7 different wrestlers, trying to make up for all the team's forfeits, 4 of them in all. Glacier coach Ross Dankers said after the match that he is really proud of our seniors Nicola Coles, Wyatt Jensen, and Mark Honor. It's been a pleasure to have those 3 in our program. Moving on to swimming, Olivia Gibbons swam her way to the record books, breaking a school record in the 100 breaststroke by half a second to lead the Glacier girls to a first-place team finish at the Missoula Swim Meet on Saturday. Teammate Hannah Vorenbrock finished second behind Gibbons in the 100 breaststroke and also claimed first in the 200 freestyle. As a team, the girls dominated the relays, winning both freestyle relays and coming in second for the 200 medley relay. The boys team had an impressive showing as well, finishing in third place. Madhav Gautam placed second in the 200 individual medley, while teammate Ed McNeil took home third place in the 100 butterfly and the 50 freestyle. Glacier girls scored 451 points to easily outscore second place Whitefish. The Wolfpack finished with a 617 combined score, 85 points ahead of Polson. Whitefish's Lizelle Klein earned first place in the girls' 200 individual medley, which contributed to a second place finish as a team with 312 points. Flathead finished in 8th place for the team competition, but junior Miles Flake was able to reach the podium with a second place finish in the 100 backstroke. In basketball, Lauren Burr scored a game-high 16 points, and Ronan powered past Columbia Falls 58-55 in overtime Thursday for girls basketball. Caitlin Marengo added 12 for the maidens, who outscored the Wildcats 9-6 in the extra frame. Saturday, Columbia Falls played rival Big Fork with Braden Gunlock scoring 26 points, Peyton Gunlock adding 21, and the Big Fork Valkyries down Columbia Falls 75-47. The boys team also lost to Ronan with Lawrence Lozu's 18 points, leading 3 Ronan players in double figures. And the Chiefs used a big second half to beat Northwest AFO Columbia Falls 75-60. Bjorn Peterson scored 18 points, and Cooper Ross added 13 for Columbia Falls, which turned the ball over 20 times. On Saturday, Columbia Falls got hot from beyond the arc, nailing 10 three-pointers to pick up a road victory over Big Fork 55-42. Austin Savick led all scorers with 14 points for the Vikings, and the Wildcats were outscored 30-9 from the three-point line. On Tuesday, Austin Savick scored a game-high 25, including 4 three-pointers, to lead the Big Fork Vikings to a 56-35 win over Libby, and the girls' team dominated Libby as well with a staggering 75-8 win. Whitefish had their Thursday games postponed this week against Browning due to high winds and blowing snow on Maria's Pass. But the boys team lost to Polson 66-55 on Wednesday, with Whitefish's Cooper Dudley scoring 19 points, including a trio of threes. The girls' team also dropped their game to Polson, 44-21. Moving on to AA basketball, after sweeping the Helena teams last week, the Glacier girls dropped both their games this week to Big Sky and Butte. Big Sky's defense stifled Glacier for a 51-22 victory Tuesday night as the team was held without a three-pointer. On Friday, Cadence Graham led all scorers with 26 points and guided the Butte Bulldogs to a road victory over the Glacier Wolfpack 61-52 at the Wolf's Den. After scoring 22 points in their game with Big Sky, the Wolfpack scored 18 in the first quarter, with Allie Kruger leading the way with 6. Allie finished the game with 12 points, tying Reese Ramey for the team lead. I also wanted to take this time to wish the Wolfpack's Cadence Daniels a speedy recovery after she tore her ACL last week. Maddie Stevens also got hurt in Tuesday's game, but is expected to rejoin the team, so best of luck on their health to both of those girls. For the boys' team, Glacier fought to the horn, but it wasn't enough as Missoula Big Sky pulled off a 32-26 victory Tuesday. It was a defensive battle all game as Dylan Banzit and Liam Els led the team with 8 points apiece. Friday, the Wolfpack lost a heartbreaker as Hudson Letke outscored the Wolfpack by himself 15-4 in the fourth quarter to complete the Butte Bulldogs' comeback for a 57-54 win. The Wolfpack led 50-41 going into the fourth quarter and were held without a field goal in the final frame. Cooper Pelk led the team with 12 points, all of them coming from the three-point line. For Flathead boys, the Braves hit some big shots Tuesday, including 7 three-pointers from Lyric Ersland, but Lakeland, Ohio managed to outscore them 91-90 in triple overtime. Ersland poured in 34 points to go with 17 rebounds and 6 assists for Flathead. His fourth three-pointer came at the end of regulation, tying the game at 64 all and forced the game into the first overtime. Thursday, Flathead dropped their game to Big Sky 70-53, with Corbin Byrne leading the Braves with 16 points, including 3 three-pointers. Lyric Ersland checked in with 15 points. Saturday, Butte pulled away from the Braves in the fourth quarter to win 78-69. Ersland led the team again with 17 points, and Corbin Eaton finished with 11. It was a tough week for Flathead as they dropped all 3 games, but they were competing throughout all of them. On the girls' side, they also had 3 games this week and ended the week on a high note. On Tuesday, they lost to Lakeland 51-30 with Maddie Thompson scoring 14 points. Thursday, they lost to Big Sky 67-34 with Grace Gall leading the way with 13 points. But on Saturday, the girls bounced back in a major way, and it was this week's game of the week. Flathead's Caitlin Converse went 1 of 2 from the line to break a 52-all deadlock with 7 seconds left to lift Flathead over Butte 53-52. Butte came into the game 7-1 and was undefeated in conference play before that loss. Converse finished the game with 13 points and was named our poster player of the week for her heroics in the final seconds. And last week's poster player of the week, Grace Gall, led the Bravettes in the game with 15 points. Ava Malman also added 14 points for the Bravettes as they picked up their second win of the season. Flathead coach Kaylee Fox said, "I think they played with a lot of heart. It was our 3rd game in 5 days, and we had a tough game on Thursday night. It was a gut check for us and how we responded." That was a lot to unpack as there was a ton of events this week, but here are some few things to look forward to. This Friday, we have yet another crosstown matchup with the Glacier boys at home, scheduled for a 6 p.m. tip-off against Flathead, and the girls to follow them at 7:30. So be there to support these local teams, as Crosstown is always a great rival matchup. Also, I did a sit-down interview with Glacier star point guard Reese Ramey that will come out on Thursday ahead of the game on Friday. So be sure to check that out as well. That is everything this week for the Keeping Score podcast. I want to thank my sponsor, Corwin Motors, and we'll see you all on another episode of Keeping Score podcast next week. I've been your host, Josh Amick. Until next week, take care. Thanks to Corwin Motors for sponsoring the Keeping Score podcast. At Corwin Motors, they're proud to be family-driven for over 100 years. Their commitment goes beyond selling cars. They're dedicated to serving our community and providing you with the highest quality vehicles to fit your lifestyle. Whether you're searching for reliability, style, or comfort, they got you covered. They understand that you rely on their website for accurate and up-to-date information, and it's their promise to deliver relevant, detailed content that meets your needs. So if you're in the market for a new Chevrolet or just want to learn more, visit CorwinMotorsKalispell.com.